Good day, soulmates, and welcome to how to draft a mermaid skirt with cut together tail. This is a simple tutorial, but please make sure you watch till the end for you to get the best out of this tutorial. Let's go into the tutorial now. The first thing we are going to do is to mark out our joining allowance of ½ inch on the waistline. So we are going to rule it across. So this ½ inch is our joining allowance. The next thing you are going to mark out is your full length. The full length for this skirt is 40 inches. As you can see, I'm starting my full length from the joining allowance line. So the full length is 40 and I'm going to mark it. So the total will now give us 40 and a half. But for you to understand this clearly and easily, just start your full length from the joining allowance line. So here is it, 40, and you are going to square it across as well. Number 3, you are going to divide your hip by 4, and you are going to add ½ inch side joining allowance to it. My hip is 40 divided by 4, that will give me 10 inches plus ½ inch joining allowance, so that will give me 10 and a half, and we are going to rule it up. If you want your side joining allowance to be 1, then you are going to add it to your hip divided by 4. But in this case, our side joining allowance is ½ inch, and which I think is okay for me. So now the next thing is to mark out your waist to hip line. My waist to hip line is 9 inches, and I'm starting it from this joining allowance line as well. So 9 inch, and we are going to square it across. Next thing is to mark your waist to under hip. For this tutorial, our waist to under hip is 20 inches. On this under hip line is where our flare will start. Here is a simple logic. For you to get it perfectly, move up from your knee line by 3 inches or 4 inches above. After this, we are going to add our side flare extension, and for this tutorial I'm going to make use of 8 inches. So the wideness of your side flare depends on what your client wants. You can add more than 8 inches and you can add less than 8 inches. So it depends on your client's preference. Now we are going to extend our. So now you come to the waist area. My waist circumference is 30. So 30 divided by 4, that will give me 7.5. So whatever your waist is, divide it by 4, then you mark it out. But make sure you watch it to the end, because I'm still going to give you some vital information which you must not miss for you to get this thing perfectly. Now on the hip line, on this side, you are going to go up by 1, and also you come down by 1 inch. Now for you to have shapy skirt, on the under hip line, I'm going to come in by 1.5, but I will advise you measure your client's under hip for you to know how many inches to be taken away. Now we are going to connect it to the hip line, and you are going to connect this as well. So this is what we're going to have for the upper part. Sorry, let me take this waistline again. You are going to divide your waist circumference by 4 plus your side joining allowance. Our side joining allowance is ½ inch, so I'm going to add it. So make sure you add your joining allowance to your waist circumference divided by 4. Already our hip circumference divided by 4, we've added our side joining allowance of ½ inch. So that is why you need to add your side joining allowance to your waist divided by 4 as well. So now this is what we are going to have. Waist circumference divided by 4 plus side joining allowance of ½ inch. So thank you. Now let's proceed. For us to have a floor length gown, I'm going to extend the length of my gown by 6 inches. So here is it. I'm going to extend it by 6 inches. Then we are going to square it across. Please make sure you take your time to watch this tutorial. And if you have any question, ask me. And we've extended the side by 8 inches, so in total we have 18.5. I'm going to take this down. So that is it. And here you are going to go up by 1 inch. You go up by 1 inch. So this is where we are going to start the connection now. So from this 1 inch above, you are going to connect to your under hip line. So this is how I'm going to do it. Then you are going to connect it. So now we are going to connect it, but note this. On this my under hip, I'm not going to allow it to be sharpy. So it's going to be a rounded line, as you can see. Then you are going to proceed to the connection now. So this is what we are going to have. And from here we are going to connect it to the center. So this is what we are going to have. So the next thing now, we are going to cut it out. So now for the back drafting. The first thing we are going to do is to mark out our waist joining allowance of ½ inch. And we are going to rule it across this way. So now, after this, you are going to mark out your zip joining or zipper allowance. So my zipper allowance is 1 inch, and you are going to take it down. After zipper allowance, you are going to mark your length measurement. Our waist to hip is 9 inches and our waist to under hip is 20 inches. So you are going to roll this across as well, just as we did for the front side. After this, we are going to move to our circumference. Our hip circumference is 40 divided by 4, that gives us 10 inches plus ½ inch side joining allowance, so that gives us 10.5. So here you are going to come down by 1 and go up by 1. This is what we also did to the front side. On your waistline, take note of this. You are going to come in by 1 inch. So after this, you are going to divide your waist circumference by 4 plus your side joining allowance. My waist circumference is 30 divided by 4 That's give me 7.5 plus half-inch joining allowance, so that give me 8 inches. We are going to connect this immediately. On the hip line as well, we are going to come down by 1, go up by 1. This depends on the size of the hip you are working with. If you are working with bigger hip, then you are going to go up by 1.5 and go down by 1.5. So now we are going to connect this as well. On the under hip line, you are going to go in by 1 inch and you are going to connect to your hip line. Now confirm what you have here. This is 10.5. That is hip divided by 4 plus joining allowance of ½ inch. Then you are going to take it down here. And you are going to come in by 1.5, just as we did for the front side. And you are going to connect it to the hip line. Now you are going to take your front pattern. You are going to align the length circumference line. Just make sure you follow me, because we are going to do some things to the back pattern. Before removing your pattern, extend this box down. That is hip divided by 4 plus side joining. So I'm going to take it down this way, just to guide my drafting, as you can see. I'm going to extend this zipper allowance down as well. So the next thing you are going to do now, extend this back line by 8 inches. You can go down by 10, you can go down by 8, you can go down by 20. It depends on what you want to achieve. So for this one, I'm going to add additional 8 inches to the back length. Additional 8 inches to the back length. Already we've added 6 inches to the front length, now plus 8 inches. That means the back length now will be additional 14 inches. So that is how long it's going to be on the back side. Because of this curve, we are going to reconstruct our zipper allowance for the back. So these are zipper allowance. Once you get it, then we are going to cut it out. So this is what we are going to have for the upper part of the back. Now to complete our tail for the back, you are going to decide again or determine how wide you want the back to be. For me, I'm going to add additional 12 inches to the back. So I will cut extra pattern paper now to extend it. So that is the benefit of pattern drafting. It helps you to manage your fabric. So for you to see it clearly now, you can see this is the upper part of the skirt, and here is my extension. Here's my extension. So let's move on now. I told you my extension for the tail will be 12 inches. So I'm going to take this up a bit. This is my 12 inches. Then I'm going to roll it this way, and we are going to extend this floor length as well. So now from here we are going to go in by 5 inches this way, and you go up by 2 inches, and we are going to connect it. You can see. And from here you are going to connect it to your under hip line this way. You connect it to your under hip line. Before connecting it, make sure you round this edge for you not to have a sharpy back. So make sure you give it a round shape this way. So now we are going to connect it. So let's cut it out before we proceed. So now please take note of this. Instead of connecting this tail to the main body measurement, you have to connect it to the zipper allowance, and which I just did now. So you connect this to your zipper allowance down to the bottom of the tail. So now let's proceed. Now from the hip divided by 4 plus joining allowance, which is 10.5. So from here now we are going to connect it to here. Once you are done with that, I'm going to use my free hand. So once you are done with that, the next thing is to use it to cut out our fabric. I will be glad to assist you if you ask me any question in the comment section. But for those who are in the membership group of this channel, you have my WhatsApp number. You can contact me directly on WhatsApp. Only those who are in the membership group can contact me on WhatsApp. So now you can see, when you match this together, you can see now we have equal edge here. This is what you are going to have. Before we cut this class a day, please pay keen attention to this I'm about to tell you now. I've told you your project determine how long your floor length will be, and your project also will determine how wide your back tail will be. And final note, this type of pattern drafting is suitable for stretchy material. Please, this is for stretchy materials. This pattern drafting is for stretchy material. Take note of that. See you in the sewing tutorial. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please make sure you subscribe now for you to see the sewing aspect. Thank you, and God bless you all.